In this video, we are going to observe the blue-white Tron deck in sideboarded death matches with some combo decks. The Tron sideboard features a diverse set of powerful cards, from Chalice of the Void, which can buy vital turns against key mana costs, to Circle of Protection Red, which can single-handedly shut down the offense of an entire deck. One of the cool migrations made to this version of blue-white Tron is Vendilion Click, which we have seen in a variety of decks, but most commonly in fairies or fairy wizards. Vendilion Click works as a kind of duress stapled to a Serendib Efreet, but you can play it at instant speed. I like to play this card with mana acceleration on the stack, see if I can't bogart a Mind's Desire or some other storm spell. But first up, we break some eggs. We won the previous game, so the opponent's on the serve. Looks like he's got a pair of Lotuses and a star. He pretty much hit the egg's opening hand lottery. Now we can get a guaranteed 2 for 1 with a Chalice for 0. But I'm going to do something else and mox out a Chalice of the Void for 1. Even if he can warp in his Lotuses, I'm going to gamble that he can't actually go off with a Chalice for 1 on the board. We have an Engineered Explosives, but can't afford to blow up Chalice, Tormod's Crypt, and Chrome Mox. If we didn't have some of those, I would consider playing the Engineered Explosives to try to stop his Lotuses on upkeep. As it is, we have to let his Lotuses warp in, and hope that we can win with Tormod's Crypt and Chalice of the Void on 1. He's setting up here with Ghost Quarter to get lands and destroy lands, as well as sacrificing his Lotuses to set up Second Sunrise. Now, we've got the Tormod's Crypt to stop Second Sunrise, but as I said, he really hit the egg's lottery and has Second Sunrise to respond to our Tormod's Crypt. He gets back a ton, but with the Chalice on board, he can't actually draw cards and we've still got the Tormod's Crypt. He's just going to end up conceding. This is another game 2. We're on the draw on account of bashing in game 1. He opens on Llanowar Elves, which was respectable. We have nothing, and there is really no good bluff there, so our land comes into play tapped. He plays a couple of pretty good elves. We're on a semi-bluff here with Condescend, which is something, but it is something he can play around. He cracks for 4 with no further action. I'm going to try to slow him down with Chalice here, force him to either answer and potentially blow combo pieces, or play the beatdown, and we have Wrath to handle that. His chord for Agatic Teague here is pretty interesting as it changes our game outlook quite a bit. We can no longer Wrath or Gifts. We actually need him to screw up a little bit, or draw into our Singleton Triskelion. And there's the potential screw up. Down comes our Vendilion Click. We're going to trade with the Agatic Teague. Summoner's Pact versus Court of Calling is a pretty tough call. I took the Summoner's Pact because it's a more dangerous card mid-combo, and with a Wrath of God and a counterspell, I feel like I can more easily deal with the Chord. He is courting post-Wrath for something I don't really care about with 9 life and a bunch of cards in hand. I'm guessing he just doesn't have Viridian Shaman in his deck at this point. Shoulda read top decks! Nevertheless, I play Oblivion Ring on his 2/2. We have mana for a couple of different plays. Not particularly afraid of a 4-turn clock. Play Thirst for Knowledge, keep the spells. We're going to give some given into the concession in a second. I think that with Wrath of God and Oblivion Ring in hand, I would have gone for Urza's Tower, Academy Ruins, Triskelion, and Crucible of Worlds. 2 lands in the graveyard. When played a certain way, Tron actually has a similar feel to the Rock, building on incremental advantages. The difference, of course, is more obvious oomph. We will, however, get into some of the more direct ways to win in the next video.